Automobiles. Get used to this kind of squished car shape because emoji are square and cars often aren't. And as much as over-detail can blight an emoji, I still want to see some sense of doors or at least segmented windows. These have such design faults and so often just look like standees that it's not even funny, which doesn't help my show. AU have a history of AUFOs. Emoji decks are compensating for something. I don't know if it's cheating for Messenger to have this 3/4 view, but it's still the side of a car and they're so much better than everyone else at all the carful details. The oncoming car could be the last emoji you see. The front of a car is going to read as a face, whether a kind of gormless mascot, a robot assassin, a beauty queen, cutely evil, a total nerdzoid. Maybe I should do some episodes where I scroll from the bottom to the top instead, because there's definitely something clever to say about this one. Joypixels get it. When buses are subject to emoji squishing, design really starts to suffer, but luckily we have Messenger. The oncoming bus could be the last emoji you see, though you could easily confuse it for a Tiger Electronics game. The way their eyes look in opposite directions is pretty unnerving. The quality's really low here, they tend to look like a 3D printer on a futon. WhatsApp's has superfluous details like this specific route and destination, immovable windscreen wipers and some kind of logo, but it's still somehow the best one. In a world where all buses are squished up, you can't really tell a minibus from a normal one. Messenger. Buses can stop now, especially in Luxembourg, or H, because a bus is going to see an H up ahead and decide that's somewhere to stop. At least a helicopter bus might. Maybe it's H for here. Messenger. Taxis with no back doors are a bad idea. This time Messenger's looks a bit too Micro Machines and has that condescending little T, so I'm going for Joypixels. The oncoming taxi could be the last emoji you see. Samsung's is definitely the antagonist. Facebook's is your taxi friend. Hi! Mozilla's has this psychotic grin. That's one crazy taxi. Here I'll allow the text because I never recognize a taxi as a taxi unless it actually says taxi. I think Emoji Det's starker approach fits here, although that shadow really has to go. Police cars. Again, it's a really bad idea to go without the back door, or any doors at all, but those with door detail are terrible shapes. I think I'm going for Joypixels. The oncoming police car could be the last emoji you see, and the police put the principle of pareidolia to proper practicality. Twitter's is so cutely angry. I think these guys chase you and their sirens go
Yo under the west.
Joypix. Then there's a light on the top of a police car, a useful emoji for when you encounter warning signs. It just takes care not to make this look like a bit of lipstick or jelly or a big red panic button. Apple's is the best, but you've got to see the animated one. Then we have the gas pump, often labelled as the GS pump because the letter A is expensive. If you see the pipe as an arm with a hand and a finger, Messenger's is the roll safe meme. Samsung just had an idea. Emoji Dets is ET, and Messenger get it.
The fire brigade!
I spent a while trying to figure out if this sideways lowercase b is some Japanese symbol for a fire department, but then I realized it's meant to be a rolled up hose. Nah. Messenger. Designers couldn't agree on the delivery truck. Sure, most are carrying a square load or something, with Samsung delivering some delivery, but Facebook's on vacation, and Openmoji is one of those FBI vans that's meant to look inconspicuous but literally looks like a sneaky character. Emoji Dets is pretty vain as it's constantly checking itself out in the mirror. Messenger again. The articulated lorry is also known as the lorry. The optimum design, the prime one, is Messenger. An ambulance is a lorry whose load is a giant first aid kit. Twitter's usefully has a big pill on top of it. LG. The race car emoji is a palindrome because it's only one character long. It is not a good emoji. LG. Now on the motorways, some of these directional arrows are deceptive, so something's off to the right, except nothing's off to the right. LG's brings up an existential nightmare with a road sign that shows the same thing up ahead. The problem with the emoji motorway is that it appears to be one way. You will never get back to where you were. Ouch. These have either poor foreshortening or motorways that look 10 meters long or emoji decks, so emoji decks. There are two lights traffic, and the ones at Apple appear to have all three bulbs on. talk about mixed signals. I think to have this emoji at all, there should be multiple differently lit versions, so you can use it conversationally rather than just refer to the signaling system, because no one wants to do that. But that's not what we've got. They can look like disco lights or candy or disco candy. I'm saying WhatsApp for both. Stop reviewing emojis. Oh, one more, please. The stop sign has a lot of history and it is generally internationally recognized with the English text. Trust me. Look at this Wikipedia thing. Trust that. Then trust me. I want one with text because without that you don't necessarily see it as a sign, just a shape. So, Emojidex. Now I'll stop. If you liked this video, leave